So I asked you guys previously, and a couple of weeks ago, what would you consider a healthy relationship? And you guys answered. I really enjoyed you guys' answers. You guys had some really positive feedback from there. I mean, really, y'all had some really good answers. From Tonil Jackson.
I think your body tells you, your heart tells you, your mind tells you. Sometimes, yes, we can be overtaken by love because it's such a powerful emotion that sometimes, toxicity can be there, but your heart may try to overtalk it. But I think that inside, whether it's right. You feel it, like your emotions kind of tell you if you are happy and singing and, and everything is just kind of good, right? Like, and understand that there's a difference between healthy and realistic. Like, realistically, there will be bad times, but just because it's a bad time doesn't make it be unhealthy. But if you find yourself always sad, angry, bitter, then it's probably not healthy.
From Cotina Caldwell.
It is a beautiful thing to get to a place to where the desire is a healthy relationship and not a passionate relationship. And for me, that journey has been a long time coming because I had to first understand what it meant to have secure attachment, meaning that I wasn't connecting with someone in my trauma or based on my insecurities or needing to be enabled in ways that I actually should be growing and maturing.
From Zoe Strope.
This question is probably intended for romantic relationships, but I'm just going to go with a relationship of any kind. A healthy relationship is a relationship that is symbiotic in nature, that both people benefit from, and both people are happy in, and both people get something out of.
From Jason Akashaman.
I know I'm in a healthy relationship with someone when there's a continuity to our understanding of each other and space given for acceptance, but also with as little judgment and as much compassion as possible.
From Ellen Sutterth.
Great question. And my answer for that is if you're unhealthy yourself before you get into that relationship, then it's unhealthy because one must be healthy themselves in order to have a healthy relationship. Not it doesn't necessarily mean that the other person will be healthy, but you yourself would have to be the one who know, am I healthy enough? Did I just come out of trauma? Am I trauma bonding? And I think that that's an individual question to an individual to know. And if they don't know and get into a relationship, sometimes it's not just them, the other person that they're being involved with. We have to take our own responsibility for our own health before we try to have a healthy relationship. Standing alone, not healthy.
From Jeremy Watkins.
I think in order to answer this question, you have to realistically define what a healthy relationship is, and you have to ask more questions, such as is there space in the relationship to be your authentic self? Is there space to grow together and as individuals? Is there a safe space for you to talk about your thoughts and emotions without fear? Is there resolve to conflict? You see, I don't think that the definition of a healthy relationship is defined on there not being any problems, but the ability to recover from unhealthy relationship symptoms. Because we're all human, we're flawed, we make mistakes, we say wrong things, we do wrong things, but the ability to recover from the unhealthy symptoms is what defines a healthy relationship.
From J.K.
I think one of the indicators of a healthy relationship is by anticipating how prolonged you can take it.
From G. Scott Graham.
One of the best ways to know you are in a healthy relationship is whether or not you do regular tune-ups. Tune-ups are both a sign of a healthy relationship, and it's an action you can take if you're not doing it already to ensure your relationship continues to stay healthy. A tune-up's exactly what it sounds like. We do it with cars at different times, changing out the spark plugs, the oil, transmission maintenance, putting in new air filters, etc. People in healthy relationships take a similar action on a monthly basis with each other. It can take the form of a dinner date or playing a game of cards, but that's not the focus. The focus is debriefing how your relationship is working, talking about the challenges in the last month, and identifying what you can do to be a better partner. Take the time to do this, and your relationship will hum along.
From Jamil Hill.
You know you're in a healthy relationship when there's evidence and signs of growth. And the joy and the laughter outweighs the pain and heartache. I mean, because every relationship is going to have some type of disappointment, some type of setback. Every relationship is going to have pain because these are things of growth. We're going to make mistakes. We're gonna upset one another, not on purpose and not intentionally, but things do happen. And if they are being done intentionally, then you definitely are not in a healthy relationship. But the things that are done unintentionally, that you learn from and that you grow from, and that you help one another to understand one another, to become better for one another and better for yourself. So as long as someone is helping you grow and they're nourishing you and nurturing you, that's a healthy relationship.
From Sarah Smith.
Like me and my husband, like the intimate partner relationship, it was being able to be open and honest about anything and everything, and also have a conversation anywhere and everywhere about anything and everything. And I know that sounds so vague, but if you really boil it down to, that means that we can have a conversation about our bowel movements while we're in the bathroom. Like, it literally comes down to that. And there's like no judgment, and it's amazing. For friends, I think it's also that for me, because I have friends that I know I can, like, I've got to go to the bathroom and I don't need to finish the conversation. I just take them with and we're on the phone having a conversation. So that is it for me, but everybody's going to be a little different at the same time.
From Renee Hannah.
This is my opinion, but I would say that a healthy relationship is a give and take relationship.
From Matthew Plotner.
There's really only one way that we can know we're in a healthy relationship, and that's through communication. Is communication in your relationship open, honest, and vulnerable? That's the key. Are you and the person you're in a relationship with vulnerable enough to a level that is agreeable to the relationship you're in? In other words, an intimate relationship should have intimate vulnerability. A friendship should have friendship vulnerability. A workplace relationship should have workplace vulnerability. And you're not giving too much or too little of that communication and vulnerability for the level of the relationship you're in. Because either way, too much or too little, you're going to destroy that relationship, either through bombing or through denial. So the key to me is communication and knowing where that healthy level of share and vulnerability is.
And Olivia.
You're in a healthy relationship if you are in a healthy relationship with yourself. What that means is that you prioritize your own self-care, starting from Maslow's triangle at the bottom, being safety on the physical level, safety on a psychological level. Then you move up and you start to appreciate things like art, history, more abstract things. Maybe that makes you a better person, depending on your values. And then you move up another level and you think about spirituality, and maybe that would make you a better person with that person, depending on your values. So, and then we all hope to connect and transcend together. So that's what makes a good relationship.
From Sophia Nichols.
A healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is one where there is mutual agape love. With this sort of love, there is absolutely nothing that can faze you. And you realise that in most relationships there will be challenges. But when covered by agape love, it has a way of working through the challenges to bring about compromise, to bring about understanding, to bring about connections.
From Casey Cage.
A healthy relationship consists of trust, open communication, and compromise. All relationships are about give or take, but no relationship is about competition.
From Mina Kitsune.
A healthy relationship is literally like a healthy lifestyle. Good diet, exercise, rest. If you feel refreshed with the person, if you feel nourished with the person, if you feel beautiful with the person, that's a healthy relationship.